ናይ ዜጋታት ናይ ዛሃገር መሰል መባእታዊ ሰብኣዊ መሰሎም ዘይኽብር ቅዋም ንህዝቢ ዝውክል ናይ ህዝቢ ድሌት ዘንጸባርቕ ክበሃል ስለ ዘይከኣል ካብ ቀንዲ ትሕዝቶታቱ እዚ ንመሰል ወዲ ሰብ ዘረጋግጽ ትሕዝቶ ክህልዎ ይግባእ
نحدو طراي أيكون زلبل نحدو طراي أيكون زلبل حسب له حكمت كذكر.
Greetings to all wherever you are. In our third episode, we argued that after independence, the EPLF leaders could have opted to restore the Eritrean constitution that was ratified in 1952 by an elected Eritrean parliament. We acknowledge that the constitution was written during the federation with Ethiopia. As Ayop Muzolo rightly wrote in the comment section, the constitution contained articles that defined Eritrea's relationship with Ethiopia and the emperor, for example, chapter 1, articles number 3 to 15, that could have been scrapped immediately. For the rest, the constitution could have served as a working document for the interim period until an elected Eritrean parliament could change and adapt it to reflect the prevailing reality. Nonetheless, many of us, whether in blind trust or naivety, accepted the need for a new constitution. In 1993, a brother asked the following questions in relation to the constitution.
بخمي كندفن كصدقني نتخستو بزملكت رؤية خادو مجلس كلنا.
He asked how the constitution would be drafted and ratified and his views on the content. And his answer on who participates in the drafting and why was as following. Firstly,
ሕገ መንግስቲ ወይ ቅዋም ሕጊ ስለ ዝኾነ ናይ ሕጊ ክኢላታት ወይ ፈላጣት ወይ እውን ናይ ሕጊ ሞያውያን ክሳተፍዎ ኣገዳሲ ስለ ዝኾነ ካብቶም ኣብቲ ሕጊ ምርቃቕ ወይ ምጽሓፍ ዝሳተፉ ቀንዲ ተዋሳእቲ ናይ ሕጊ ክኢላታት እዮም.
Secondly,
ናይ ፖለቲካ ሰባት ወይ ናይ ፖለቲካ ረኣያ ዘለዎም ውልቀ ሰባት ኣብ ሕገ መንግስቲ ምርቃቕን ምጽሓፍን ኣበርክቶ ኣለና ወይውን ርእይቶታት ኣለና ሃናጽ ዝኾነ ናይ ሕገ መንግስቲ ምርቃቕ ዘይሕግዝ ሓሳባት ከነቕርብ ንኽእል ኢና ዝበሉ ሰባት ውን ከም ዝሳተፍዎ ክግበር እዩ.
And thirdly,
ብቐንዱ እቲ ዝንደፍ ወይ ድማ ዝጽሓፍ ሕገ መንግስቲ ናይ ሃገር እዚ ናይቲ ህዝቢ ነቲ ህዝቢ ዘገልግል ሕገ መንግስቲ ስለ ዝኾነ እቲ ህዝቢ ክፈልጦን ኣብ ምስርሑ ወይ ድማ ኣብ ፕሮሰስ ምግባሩ ሙሉእ ተሳታፍነት ክህልዎ ክኽእል ኣለዎ.
it is important to pay attention to Mr. Isaias' answers. Until he strengthened his grip on power, he was saying the right things in public, while behind the curtain he was doing the wrong things. On the participants of the constitution drafting process, he told us that because the constitution is law, hence law specialists or lawyers would be the primary participants. Politicians or individuals with political views and who had ideas that could help the drafting of the constitution would also participate. Finally, and most importantly, he told us the Eritrean people had to participate in the process because, according to him, the constitution is of the people and for the service of the people.
ሕገ መንግስቲ ናይ ሃገር እዚ ናይቲ ህዝቢ ነቲ ህዝቢ ዘገልግል ሕገ መንግስቲ ስለ ዝኾነ
constitution of the people and to serve the people. That is beautiful had it been true. On his views on the content of the constitution, he said,
መባእታውያን ዝኾኑ ናይቲ ዝህሉ ሕገ መንግስቲ መሰረታት አለው
He told us that there were very important fundamentals that should be in the constitution. And he mentioned two. First,
ሓደን ልዕሊ ኩሉን ናይ ነፍሲ ወከፍ ዜጋ መባእታዊ ሰብኣዊ መሰል ዘረጋግጽ ሕገ መንግስቲ ክኸውን ኣለዎ
he said that above anything else, the constitution should guarantee the basic human rights of every Eritrean. Why?
ናይ ዜጋታት ናይ ሃገር መሰል መባእታዊ ሰብኣዊ መሰሎም ዘየኽብር ቅዋም ንህዝቢ ዝውክል ናይ ህዝቢ ድሌት ዘንጸባርቕ ክበሃል ስለ ዘይከኣል ካብ ቀንዲ ትሕዝቶታቱ እዚ ንመሰል ወዲ ሰብ ዘረጋግጽ ትሕዝቶ ክህልዎ ይግባእ
He said, a constitution that does not respect the basic human rights of the citizens of this country cannot represent the people or reflect the wishes of the people. The second fundamental principle the constitution should have, he said,
ከም ሰለስተ ዓምድታት ክቁጸሩ ዝኽእሉ ካብ ሓጋግን ፈጻምን ፍርዳውን ኣካላት ዝቆሙ ትካላት ናይቲ ስርዓት ኣብ ውሽጢ እቲ ሕገ መንግስቲ ወይ ድማ ውሽጢ እቲ ቅዋም ብግቡእ ቦታኦም ሒዞም ንናይ ነፍሲ ወከፍ ናይቲ ስርዓት ኣቋሚ ኣካል ስልጣን ብግቡእ ዝገልጹ ኣብ ንሓድሕዱ እቲ ነቲ ስልጣን ዘቕውም ወይ ነቲ ስርዓታት ዘቕውም ኣካላት ዝህሉ ዝምድና ኣብ ንሓድሕዱ ዘሎ ናይ ምቁጽጻር ስልጣን ናይ ምቁጽጻር ብቕዓት ዘረጋግጽ ቅዋም ክኸውን ኣለዎ
In short, he told us that the constitution should clearly define the authority of the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary, and that the constitution should guarantee accountability or checks and balances between the three bodies. In our third episode, we noted that Mr. Isaias talked about the two pillars of a democratic government, the executive and the legislative bodies, but that he omitted the judiciary. A friend criticized us because we said that the omission of the judiciary was by design. According to him, it was just a slip of the tongue, and his proof was the above answer of Isaias. He would have been correct as Isaias' words matched his actions. Mr. Isaias was often saying the right things in public while he was doing the wrong things behind the curtain. Did he and his clique really believe in the two fundamental principles he talked about? We do not think so. Otherwise, they would have implemented the 1952 Eritrean constitution as an interim arrangement. As we argued in episode 2, the constitution clarified the division of tasks as well as the authorities and responsibilities of the three pillars of the government and guaranteed the basic human rights and freedoms of the Eritrean people. Moreover, had it been implemented, we would have had an elected parliament that could have revised the constitution and made changes accordingly.
ናይ ዜጋታት ናይ ሃገር መሰል መባእታዊ ሰብኣዊ መሰሎም ዘየኽብር ቅዋም ንህዝቢ ዝውክል ናይ ህዝቢ ድሌት ዘንጸባርቕ ክበሃል ስለ ዘይከኣል ካብ ቀንዲ ትሕዝቶታቱ እዚ ንመሰል ወዲ ሰብ ዘረጋግጽ ትሕዝቶ ክህልዎ ይግባእ
These were nice words said to dupe the public, while behind the curtain he was violating the basic human rights of many freedom fighters who have been languishing in prisons without due legal process, and of many Muslim brothers who were kidnapped from their homes, never to be seen again. And when he talked about
ከም ሰለስተ ዓምድታት ክቁጸሩ ዝኽእሉ ካብ ሓጋግን ፈጻምን ፍርዳውን ኣካላት ዝቆሙ ትካላት ናይቲ ስርዓት
at that time he was the head of the executive, the chair of the legislative, and later the head of the judiciary as well. All these sweet talks were nothing more than a ploy of buying time until he strengthened his grip and monopolized power. he never had any intention of handing power to the Eritrean people. In his book Hagere Eritrea, Minister Berhane Aberhe wrote that after the proclamation of independence, Minister Haile Weldetensai advocated a courageous proposal. He proposed to hand over power and let the country be led by new, competent and educated Eritreans. He repeated this proposal in another meeting chaired by Mr. Isaias for the second time. Mr. Isaias was not willing to let go his power and did not agree with the proposal. Hence, the drafting of a new constitution was just a theater, as we shall see in our next episode. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful time until we meet again.
على ما يتكبر راين بينها راين خبرها فتولد كلها ببزح سببا كتموت كلها بأمة علبا عيني عمة نيوح هاي نبعني صباح هاي نبعني صباح